Good evening, everybody. Welcome back to FSP Racing Friday Night. I'm your host, Shawn with my partner, Milt Jr., joining me in the booth from Phoenix, Arizona. How you doing, Milty?
Pretty good, pretty damn good. Arizona was a real gas, as the Scorpions used to say.
Appropriate.
We're gonna have a gas tonight, baby.
Yeah, it's the classic arrangement of Phoenix, although slightly updated with the newer, safer barriers and blue walls instead of the old pastel. But it's still the same layout as they ran here in 1988. The site of Alan Kulwicki's first victory and his first Polish victory lap in that 1988 race. Tonight, we got Ken Shea, another upper Midwesterner, on the pole in the 91. Indeed. Yeah, Norwegian Wood on the pole with Slim Jim Gately on the outside, Chris Beckman, Mark DeSenza. Jason Dolfer continues the fantastic qualifying efforts of late. Another top 5 start for Jason. Jam & J. Hopefully the fan club's out there. Is the Jam & J fan club out there or what? Come on. Make yourselves known. We got the Gately's checking in. Yeah, Brian Rodriguez. Brian Lovell and Soiled 1980. I'm not sure who that is, but thanks for checking in earlier. Hopefully you're back for the start. And yeah, we got about 24 cars set to take the green tonight.
We definitely got the world champs family in the house tonight here. Mama and brother again.
Notable absence tonight, though. And Milty noticed it before me. That is that the 15 are points leader by more than 2 full races worth of points. Matt Watkins is not here tonight. I believe he said he was going to miss one of the last few races, and this is the one. So plenty of opportunity to close a little bit of that gap in points, but it's not going to close completely. Yeah, I didn't get a W.
I mean, this, up against that 15 guy, it's almost, I don't know, he just comes from nowhere and comes from somewhere. It just depends every week.
I guess if you look, oops, I got my mouse cursor on there. If you look at the points, there we go. That's the points coming in tonight. And Matt Watkins is a full 56 points up on second place, Ryan Johnson, and with a maximum 24 points for a race win with leading the most laps here at FSB. Well, that's 2 full races worth. So the most Ryan could possibly hope to do is pull to within 32 points.
Well, we've seen this before. We've seen this with Steve Weber when he won the World Championship here at FSB for Friday night Winston Cup. He never won a race, but he showed up every race. I mean, that's part of it. You got to bring the car with the hauler to the track, even if it's virtual or real. And so we'll see what Matt Watkins has in store here. These guys definitely are going to want to close that gap and make it interesting.
So that leaves things wide open tonight, and let's put our broadcaster Jinx out there and get the picks. I mean, it's tough to go against Ken Shea at a technical track like this, and he had the field covered on Tuesday, so I'm gonna go with the pole here and Mr. Ken Shea.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Chris Beckman. I think he's due, and he comes in all the time, and we get a lot of in-car reporter. We see how smart this guy is and what a veteran and a class act he is. But I have a feeling him qualifying up close here at P3, that says something. Without his buddy, the co-goat in his ear tonight. But I still think
Rick Johnson
he's going to get the win.
That sounds good. Yeah, he didn't run Tuesday night. He's been busy lately. A lot of business traveling. He's missed a lot of races this season.
Well, that's life.
He can get it done.
Sim racing in life. And, if they were getting paid, they'd probably would show up a little bit more, but
oh man, when I look
first,
at when I look at those RLM standings, the points program we used to upload, and I see that puts the winnings next to our name, I'm like, why can't that be real? Yeah, can I take like 10% of that even? Come on.
Let's not we forget the 3-car here.
Absolutely.
He's been strong all season, and we see that Wrangler Chevrolet, that Dale Sr. Signature paint up there. And then we got some other guys here, you got
Pace
2 of the big studs out of this race tonight, Rick Johnson and Matt Watkins. These are opportunities as we go green.
And we are indeed green with Ken Shea leading us into turn 1. You only notice it's one of the choices drivers can make here tonight is to shift or not to shift, even though this is an oval. Looks like problems for Jeff Havoc right off the start. He's pulled down to the inside of the backstretch, and I think he might be retiring. Yes, he has. A start and park for the 101. I didn't see him get into any trouble.
Let me take a look at that while you cover live footage here. I'll take a look at what the heck happened to Jeff Havoc. I'm going back looking, and
I'm looking at it myself here.
One car seems fine going through turn. Not sure what turn it is, but he just pulls over and parks. So he's got some kind of issue, internet-wise or life-wise, and he is out. Tough luck for the 101 right out the start.
Might have been an equipment failure.
These things happen. They've never done that. Well, we've heard a lot from the 41 in our broadcasts. Kind enough to come up and under caution and share his expertise, and the Atlanta Lakes butter, yummy. That car is, and he is a real stud here, and ain't his first rodeo, but he's got some rodeoers going at him, and the 3-car gets by him.
Mark Senza moves up there to third. Otherwise, holding serve here up front with Slim Jim Gately in second and Ken Shea leading the way.
Step yourself into a Slim Jim. Skiji, Ken Shea, Norwegian wood, isn't it good? You do not want to see that yellow and black car in the lead at the start of a race. That means he has spent some time at this, and he's a world-class driver, dude. I mean, he's as good as anybody I've ever raced. But like most of us,
caution on the track.
You don't always have the time. When he brings preparation and time and focus, better watch out, because that guy is coming for bear, dude. I'm telling you.
It looks like we had an incident here in turn 1. Just backing it up a little bit here. All right, Brian Lovell in the 043 gets in a little hot into turn 1 under braking. It's a little squirrely, and Ken Hansen comes along. Didn't really have anywhere to go. Oh, we got Johnny Doucette caught up as well. Johnny Doucette goes in the spin cycle and pops. Pops gets the late hit in there. So several cars caught up in that mess. And you see these guys doing the fake pit there. There's not a whole lot of tire wear. Did Brian Rodriguez point out there?
They're still messing with each other, playing a little, we watch a lot of TV. We watch the real guys. Let's do a little farting around here, a little cat and mouse. Meanwhile, we have Chris Beckman in the house. Chris, what's up?
Hey, what's happening, fellas? Yeah, I would have pitted if the rest of those guys would have got in.
Honestly, I wouldn't have myself. There's not a lot of fall off in this setup, as we saw on Tuesday night. This early I wouldn't do it.
I'm not saying how long I would have been on pit road.
Yeah, I would still go with what Chris said. If they pitted, I would have pitted. Because you want to have those best tires if this thing starts to go green and stays green. So that's my opinion. So I would kind of go with Chris there. Anyway, Chris, you qualified well. You don't have Rick Johnson in your ear tonight, spotting, so you're solo for Highline. But Rick, he's probably playing drums somewhere or working, doing some body work on a badass car because he's a multi-talented dude. Tonight, you're on your own here. Looks like you got a good car.
Yeah, the crew chief got on the driver. He's been letting us down this year in qualifying, so got on it a little bit tonight, got a good lap in. Hopefully that'll help us with our finish.
Well, I was Rick Johnson's teammate, and, I remember some of the comments. There was no yelling or anything. It was just like, Milt, you know what? Don't do that. Pit and get 4 tires, man. Come on. Just very matter of fact. And, he got a book. I'm sure you probably got a book too, especially racing with the great Rick Johnson. I'm sure he's, you're privy to some information there, as far as steering ratios, track tendencies. But, you can throw that all out the window with these big fields these days. Compared to what Rick Johnson did back in the days, probably, I don't know. Everything's a crapshoot.
Yeah, but as you know, Milt, every little bit helps. I mean, even if you just got a couple little tidbits, maybe that's enough to get you to the front at the end.
Yeah, like steering ratio, track tendencies, definitely, and teams keep that to themselves. These are fixed setups, but they're pro setups. They're loose, but steering ratio is one thing you can adjust, and that's steering sensitivity, that kind of stuff. That's very important and driver dependent. As we, in my experience, this is one of the tracks I really struggle with, man. In my career.
Me too.
Turn 4, man. I just get tighter and tighter and tighter and push up. I don't know, man.
We're coming back around to green here on lap 10 or 11, really, at the restart. Again, Ken Chase still up front.
It's a really good track to have good throttle and lift control and maybe a little tap on the brakes in 1 or 2. But really, just be able to lift at the right time and let the car roll and pick up the throttle to get you coming out of turn 2 and turn 4. Very difficult. These guys make it look easy. When you see the 91 up there, he's, pushing. 23, Slim Jim Gately, and the 3, they're goers too. They're not comers, they're goers. We'll see who's coming and going. What can Shea do to keep that? 41 seems like he's a little more passive and wanting to follow here, and that's a good thing. That's Rick Johnson-esque, and that's Highline. These guys are smart. Dolfer in the 63. What has he done? He has just impressed all year with his consistency. These guys are badasses, man. Just don't hang. They don't give you an invitation to hang out. You got to earn it. And then 124 too. Rick Castle, just constant, solid. You know, I mean, these guys are solid, and you know they got the 15 out of the way tonight. He's not here. Can we get on the podium, get interviewed by Shawn? Let's see. You know, I mean, that's what they're looking for. Long way to go.
And we got caution again. Waving at the flag stand. I didn't see anything on the track again. So let's go see if we can find it. And I think I found it.
Looks like the 740 of Michael Moore slow.
Yeah, it is not Brian Lovell's night, unfortunately, as he got a piece of that one as well. As you see, the 740 of Michael Moore goes into turn one once again. The source of the caution locks it up, and here comes Brian, the already damaged 43 car.
43 to go. Just 2 weeks in a row for Brian Lovell. It's just, you know, man, you know, sucks for dude, you know. I mean, that's racing. He's got a great attitude, and he's really happy to be here, and he understands, you know, how racing is. It's like that, you know. Leaders down pit road this time.
Sometimes you just get kicked in the teeth.
Oh, then they got to get around each other. You know, we haven't talked about that. Pit road.
Yeah, curved pit road you can see from this this angle here.
Very difficult. The 41 does a great job of getting around the 3 there, but he did lose some time there. He's going to lose some spots, but still executed that pit stop. Very difficult. You can't see that much out of the cockpit. You got that A bar right in front of you, and that's exactly where you need to be looking for that flag. And you got to go around these cars, especially if you get out of sequence as far as track position versus qualifying position.
Yeah, Brian's asking for our picks for Xfinity tomorrow here at Phoenix, and man, I haven't been following them that close. I said just go with the leader. Go with the
well, I have, but it's just I haven't gotten to that point yet. I'm still just been working out of town and trying to grab my butt with 2 hands here and get you know, take care of the basic stuff and, you know, get ready for Friday night. But I'll definitely be watching that.
Yeah, take the pole setter. Go with Daniel Hemrick in the Toyota there. The Gibbs Toyota. Hard to bet against those guys, and especially in the Xfinity series.
Yeah, Brian, and you know, I need to be on top of more watching the guys in the back while we're watching. So that's my bad. Sometimes I'm not quite.
This isn't as easy as you think. Yeah, I got 4 monitors around me. You saw the one behind me.
I got 3 screens up at once, and I still miss everything. But, you know, I mean, you know, my sponsor, Budweiser, we've been, you know, hanging out together tonight and today.
And most days.
And most days, you know. It's my day off.
Well, we got Pops Marguson. Looks like he stayed out on that sequence. Take the lead. With Ken Hansen making up the positions he lost, getting caught up in the first caution in P2. That's probably a good move because I don't think he hit anything too hard in that initial wreck there with the 043. And he might be okay. As well as Johnny Doucette behind them. Those guys, I don't think Johnny hit anything at all in that first caution flag. So he just needed 4 new tires. So why not just stay out? Track position is king. But, you know, Ken Hansen and Slim Jim and Mark DeSenza, all these guys are just going to be nipping at their heels pretty quick. Lights are off in the FSV pace car.
You know, it's definitely no secret that these guys that are running towards the back, you know, they're pros, but they're definitely learning the craft, and a lot of these guys have less experience, or I mean, it's very difficult, and this is pro sim racing. It's very difficult. I mean,
Well, we're back to green
hook up
here.
your wheel and get on and see what you can do. Then you might be able to tell me something.
Pops Marguson.
This stuff ain't easy, folks.
Pops Marguson just moves right on out of the way for the 9-car of Ken Hansen.
Sit in our shoes a little bit and see what you can do.
And this track is, it vexes a lot of people.
Yeah. I've won 15 championships at FSP Racing, and I've got over 200 wins, and I don't even know if I got a win at this track. I definitely don't.
This is definitely not in my recent list of 100 there. I got one at New Hampshire, though.
He's struggling there, but I love his enthusiasm, and he's glad to be a part of it, and that's what FSB racing is about. Pro sim racing, you do the best you can, but you're part of something bigger than yourself. That's huge, Steve Weber,
Whoa, we got the 34 Shane Winston.
And Winston sideways there. So
saved it.
We're seeing these cars are definitely loose to start. Great save there. Johnson gets by him. He's W. Johnson. Well, what's his first name?
Wayne or Warren.
Wayne Johnson gets by him. The 6 car there.
Warren Milty.
It's like his Warren. Okay. So this is like his 3rd race here, and he's showing me something here. I mean, gotta remember how good these guys are. Just can't blow up the world and come in here and say, "Here I am. I'm gonna win." It's all about earning respect and being a part of a professional sim racing league.
He got a darn good looking car while he's doing it. I like
absolutely.
That silver and
black
machine.
And then another car goes around in front of him.
Getting some frame drops from that on the second PC. Not sure what happened there. But yeah, we're going to be back under caution.
That is the 22 of Greg Palmer with his big fan group last week. And great run, but, another stud. He got a podium last week, and now he's struggling. So we can relate, huh, Shawn?
Oh, yeah.
These things are just like, okay, we're running another cookie cutter, whatever, man. We're cool. I can kick butt, I don't think so, because every one of these tracks are different.
Well, Phoenix is one of the most unique tracks on the circuit, and well, here we got 22 of Greg Palmer going there into 3, and I guess just got in there a little hot. Jumped
what
off
I'm
the throttle
seeing,
aggressively
what I'm
and
seeing
spun.
is guys coming in hot from the broadcast booth and getting out of that groove. This seems you still got to run that low line, and the car doesn't like it when you come in there too hard and you're too hard in the center of the corner. You got to be lifting and letting the car roll and trying to pick up the throttle too much. I mean, you're talking just a hair too fast. He wasn't gaining that much on the car in front of him, but it was maybe a mile or two an hour too fast.
Yeah, this is a patience track. That's what it comes down to. And you can't really gain a whole lot by attacking.
Yeah, I mean, I've got some 4ths and 5ths, I think, here from a long time ago, but trying to remember. I mean, I managed to survive, but I mean, it's just that's slowly losing the right front here. These guys are taking, they're looking at their tire temperatures. The driver is the pit crew. There's no Roger Penske going, okay, you got 220 on your right front the last pit stop. You got to watch that stuff yourself. Nobody else can help you with that, even your teammates. You're sharing information. What's my right front doing? What's my left rear doing? These setups are way more looser and more professional than probably in my day, except maybe Pro Cup, where they were looser. And I do have, 2 championships there, by the way. Cha-ching. Yeah, so take that to the bank. Yeah. Long time ago, but still, I think I know what I'm talking about.
Well, we're, again, just about to go back to green. Probably one more lap here.
Shay, you do not want to see him in this position if you're a competitor against him, because this is happy time for him. This is, when he's in this position, his execution level increases. This is going to be very. Of course, you got Slim Jim right behind you. You make one mistake. But I don't know, man. 91 in this position. I've seen it, been there, done that. This guy is really good. Very good at adapting. And one thing he knows how to do is put the foot down on the restarts. Much like the 29, which he's not here either tonight.
Jeff Hale.
Jeff Hale, those guys are really good on cold tires and be able to drive it in there in that first corner because it gets your attention. You think you can do it. You're watching it on TV here, and it looks easy. It is not.
Well, pace car's off. We're back to green with Ken Shea once again out front, followed by Slim Jim Gately in the 23, the 3 car of Mark DeSenza, and keeping that track position he gained, Ken Hansen in the 9 car.
Well, thing is what Ken knows how to do, Hansen, is he knows how to take care of the car and manage himself. And sometimes when he still does that, all of a sudden, oh my God, I'm in P4 here. We got some in-car here now.
Yeah, we're on board with Chris Beckman. Make that big there as he works his way around. Oh, we got a wreck right in front of him.
The car in front of him, and he can't slow down. And he gets contact with the 6 of Warren Johnson. I think Warren was caught up with the 740 of, oh my gosh, Michael Moore there. Let's see.
Yeah, I'm afraid that might have been a second one for Mr. Moore, but we'll see on the replay.
Chet Barkin and was it Winston down low? Also, a little tete-a-tete going on there. Chet Barkin will be my teammate in the 005 Donkey Bob.
Well, here we go again. And again, it was
in 2 weeks, so
sounds
looking
good.
forward to that.
See the 740. Just got a little loose under braking. I think Chris Beckman's going to be okay. He didn't hit too hard there.
Yeah, he did get out of it. Barkin kind of came to a stop, got hit by the spinning 740 there, but yeah, just to finish that again, I'm looking forward. Definitely Chet Barkin, Troy Knoll,
T-Roy
is going to be my teammate, and Ken Soska and me for the 12 hours of Sebring in the 005 car, Donkey Bob. One of these days I want to get, where I can broadcast a little bit of that, but
I'm looking over Chris's car, and I can't see any obvious external damage to it, so I think he should be okay.
Yeah, not showing any damage, guys, so we should be all right.
All right. Yeah, nothing you could do to stay out of that one. It just literally closed up the track right in front of you. But good job mitigating that circumstance.
Yeah, definitely. Good driving.
Yeah, I had a little trouble with my track position there. Lost a couple spots on pit road, and then had some other trouble there. So I thought, you know what, I'm going to get off sequence.
You know, sometimes that's just what you got to do. You got to get yourself out of the spot you're in.
So no damage to the car, though. That was a very small leak.
No, negative. We should be fine. I was just about stopped, I think, when I made contact finally.
Yeah. Cool.
That is one of the nice things about even with the quote-unquote realistic damage in NASCAR 2003, minor bumps like that don't do anything, whereas, you know, modern NASCAR, if anything more than a slight scrape against each other, and now your splitter's bent and you can't turn the car.
It still rewards you for being proactive and slowing down when you see smoke, you know.
Exactly.
You know, I mean, you know, if you're Tom Cruise, you know, I mean, you might go through the smoke. You know, Harry Hyde, Tom Cruise, you know.
Pro tip.
You know, the reality is most likely when you see smoke, you need to get on the binders, bro.
We call that coal trickling it for a reason. That made a great movie scene, but it does not work. It does not work in real racing. It does not work here. So we always tell everyone slow for smoke, and you see a great example there of why.
We still got 2 stops for everybody here, Shawn. Looks like.
Yeah, it sounds about right. You get a lot of mileage here. This is only a mile and change around the track. It is officially listed as, straight up 1 mile track. I thought it was a little more than a mile. So yeah, 1 mile D oval, so 125-mile race.
I'm trying to, you know, figure out what Brian Rodriguez is saying there. If he's like been to the track at Phoenix through those years, which I guess that's what I'm getting through '88 from to 2011.
Well, this is the configuration that it was in terms of where the start-finish line was, you know, for all those years. Even before NASCAR got here, I think. They made some changes to the outer walls in that time period. Like, I remember the way this track used to be when Indy cars used to come here in the 90s and such. There was a real big overlap on the backstretch. There was no tunnel or anything, or gates. There was that big opening on the backstretch wall.
Yeah, you know,
anyway,
I had a friend
pace car is
that was
off.
Really good, you know, short track driver around Fresno, friend of my dad's. And then he tried to go big. He bought a car from Dale Earnhardt Sr. and went to Phoenix, and he was 4 seconds off the pace. He had spent a ton of money to get there, and that was the last time he raced. He parked that car, and he was done. I mean, he used up all his money, and you know, he bought a car from Dale Sr. He still has the hood. I tiled his house because I'm a tile setter, you know. And he's got that hood from that car, Good Ridge 3, sitting on his up there by his pool table, you know. But
wow. They got a cool souvenir out of it, but there's a reason they say the best
shit box, though.
There's a reason they say the best way to make a small fortune in racing is to start with a large one.
Well, you know, he had the money, and he got himself up to that, raced his way up through, you know, Madera Speedway, which, you know, Dan and his brother definitely, you know, lived right there in Madera, and he was a champion there. And of course, you know, my dad raced there a couple times, and it was a shit box too. But he was like, all these other guys went away, and all of a sudden I see this guy in my mirror, and he won't go away. I know that car is slow as hell, but it was my dad, you know. I mean, he raced at Le Mans, you know. It's pretty good, you know. And he figured out short tracks pretty quick, So then we became friends, and then I did a bunch of tile work for him. So that's the end of the story.
We've got Chris Beckman, our in-race reporter there, working on Steve Weber, the hometown hero, a Tucson, Arizona resident, here at his home track in Phoenix. Webb's running 9th right now in that number 83 yellow and teal suicide prevention awareness car.
Like you talked about earlier, are we going to see fourth gear with these guys? Are we going to see shifting? We have to start to look if we get some decent runs here.
Oh, man, Ryan Johnson almost gets into the back of the 9 car. Saves it off turn 4. Let's go on
battle here with our in-car reporter, Chris Beckman, and Steve the Big Cactus from Arizona.
That's what I was talking about before, yep. Let's go on board here with Jim Christopherson. Let's see if he's shifting. I think if anybody's going to do it, it's going to be him.
Highway man.
As he chases down our series admin, Ryan Johnson, your second place points man. Ryan Johnson currently running 5th, Jim Christopherson 6th.
See, the thing is this track is already so complicated. You're just running it by yourself. Then when you have to add all these cars and these cautions and different stuff, I mean, you have to pull a rabbit out of your hat. It's just you can't write this stuff, unless you're going to write a sim racing novel, and you still might be wrong.
Doesn't sound like Jim's shifting. Yeah, I like to turn the car. It tends
to be later in the run as the car gets tighter and tighter.
Yeah.
These cars are loose. Obviously, we saw, several cars lose it early, especially on the outside, getting looser and looser. We see the 9 car go way up there and start to get tight now. And that's, no matter how loose you make the setup, Phoenix tends to make you go tight, because you're using so much of that right front tire. Plus, you get, freight trained.
There you go. Yeah, they pull Rick Castle. Oh, Rick Castle gets a little wiggly there underneath Ken Hansen.
Car just seems he might have a problem there, Ken Hansen. But he's back in line behind Dolfer. The question is, can these guys like Dolfer, survey the situation and save some tires and get some long green flag runs? And Rick Castle, can they make some hay? And the 40 car.
I missed earlier Will Farmer checking in from the YouTube chat box there. He had his wisdom teeth. Oh.
Been there, done that like 40 years ago, but
yeah, I've been there, done that like 2 years ago. I waited a long time to get mine out.
Remove it. Oh! And contact with the 40 and Chet Barkin. He did not expect him to slow down that much, and Rick Castle sideways, smoke him if he got him. What a great save by the 124 car, sideways like he meant it, but didn't. Look at that. Smoke him if you got him, and sideways like a play out right there. Rick Castle, man, dude, I'm telling you, this guy is soft-spoken, quiet, respectful, but he can drive, and you just saw a pucker moment right there.
Yeah, it was a great save. That's probably the save of the night right there, but it did not do his tires any favors, that's for sure. You see Chris Beckman going to work on the 9 car.
Huge here. You're going to start, the longer this goes, you're going to see the separation. Back at the front. Back to the front. What is that? Metallica?
Yep, it was.
Back to the front. Slim Jim Gately. Slap yourself into a Slim Jim. I'm the world champion in FSB here. And he's starting to close in on that 91 car. You do not want that dude behind you. He's snapping that Slim Jim, and he means business. His connection is tight. He's got no worries. You know, and you love that. You want to see, you know, internet racing is, pro sim racing is dependent on a lot of stuff. But when dude can just, you know, focus on what he do, you know, Slim Jim Gately is one of the best in the world. I'll bet my oath on it. And this sim, you know, bring it on. Come on. Come to this league and try to beat him. I dare you. Make me a liar.
Meanwhile, Jason Beckman continues to carve his way through the field, getting around the 124 Rick Castles. We're on a nice green flag run here so far. And now Chris goes to work on 63 of Jason Dulfer.
Think about him following this. He knows how to lead. He knows how to follow. He knows how to back the car up, going into the corner. He's a disciplined. He's all about the line. You know, I've done training with Slim, and you know, as this league got better and better, I realized, you know, back in the day, I was probably the top dog at one time. But then, you know, you have to get on with stuff, you know, and if you want to be the best you can be, you got to train from the best you can be. And I did that with Slim Jim Gately because I saw it. I wasn't stupid, you know. His meticulous detail to how he drives the track is unparalleled. I don't care if it, no matter what sim or whatever, if he got a chance to get his feet wet in anything in the world stage and world class, he would be up there. And this is the best at the, you know, on Friday nights here. He's one of the best in the world at this sim.
In our humble opinion.
I'll say that, you know, if not, show up and make me look stupid. I dare you.
Meanwhile, Ryan Johnson continuing that great run there, fourth place.
That's an open challenge to anybody that, you know, come up, you know, come up.
Ryan Johnson just doing what he's been doing all season, quietly hanging up there in the top 5. Looking for a good points night tonight with Matt Watkins away. Right now, he's got a mirror full of the 40 of the highwayman, Jim Christopherson.
You know, the 3-car now, you know, he's another guy that's a great leader, but he's had to follow a little bit. We're starting to, I'm starting to wonder, you know, what's his tires like? I'm sure he's looking at that. The last lap for him, 29.089, 29.033 for Slim Jim Gately, 29.045. I mean, we're talking hundreds between these guys, but he is slowly falling backwards into the clutches of Ryan Johnson. Where did he come from? That's what dude does.
That's who I was just talking about. But he's actually falling into the clutches of the 40.
Starting to see the cream of the crop here, been from the boys, yada yada. 83, you know, the big cactus. What does he do best? Well, he's won a championship. And how did he do that? He didn't win a race that season. But
his primary competition that
season. A race, and here he goes, and he's making the pass on Jason Dulfer. Johnny Five Fingers up in that group too. It's a great run for the 58 car here. These guys are studs.
Nice recovery from
dude, I'm telling
Johnny you. From that first caution, getting caught up in the spin cycle. But yeah, that season that Webb won the champion. No.
Oh,
No, he's not.
Oh,
He
okay.
recovered from being caught up in the first caution.
Oh, okay.
He spun but didn't hit anything.
Oh, coming up against the wall there. Who was that? Rim riding there. And the caution
looks like
is
Brad
out.
Otto.
That's Brad Otto. 1, 2, 3, 4, United States Marine Corps. Oh my gosh. And my Fresno buddy there out of the race. Tough luck for 31 of Brad Otto. Maybe we'll get some words from him when he leaves the in-care center. I know he hate that, yeah.
Infield Care Center.
If we were like right next to each other, you would slap me, yeah.
Probably.
Except I'm like 6'3", so I don't know. I'm pretty big. You know? I might grab that hand.
Yeah, it depends on if I'm faster.
Yeah, true. You know?
I can't get Alt-6 to find this for some reason.
Well, I watched great thing, my hero, Muhammad Ali and Joe Frazier the other day, two of my heroes, and they had that digitally remastered on ABC, and I watched that, and it brought tears to my eyes. It was just great, courageous battle from great men. Had a great time.
For some reason, I couldn't get the Alt-6 to find this, but here it is. Brad Otto is just headed down the front stretch after pitting, and a car grinds into the wall and comes to a stop, and he retires on the spot. Steering issue, equipment issue.
Well, I'll tell you what it is.
There he is.
Oh, we got him.
Otto. What's up, brother?
I've been having intermittent screen freezing during the race and practice, and came out of the pits and it froze up, and the best thing to do is just park it.
Yeah.
Tough luck,
break there, bud.
I hate that, but I'd rather do that than wreck the field.
Well, absolutely.
Yeah,
You've been a class act here for how long you been racing at FSB? Like 15
years.
15 years.
Yeah.
It takes a lot to be a member in this league that long. It takes a class act, but yeah, tough luck, brother.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think Brad came with the building.
Pretty much.
Yeah, he did. He was his former teammate at FSB Team Racing back in the day with Jim Ray.
Yep.
Well, so sorry to hear about the equipment failure there.
You, buddy?
What was that, Shawn?
I was sorry to hear about the equipment failure there, but thanks for checking in there, Brad. And Milty was asking how your tile job was going.
The counters are in. We haven't got the backsplash up. Now we're stripping the counter.
If you got a 30-pack of beer and weekend here, maybe I could hook you up, man. We live in the same town, brother.
Hey, I never
That's
know.
what I do.
I might just get frustrated and call you.
Well, I'll give you a quality job. I know that.
I know you would.
At least point you in the right direction.
Well, meanwhile, we're looking to take this restart almost to the halfway point. So, I'm going to take it that's going to be one more stop from here, Chris?
Yep, one stop will do it for everybody from here.
That's what I figured. So let's see if we can get some green flag stops in here as the lights turn off on the FSB pace car.
Yeah, good spot for me to plug my sponsor, Budweiser, the king of beers. For all you do, this Bud's for you. I'll be right back.
And I'll plug my not sponsor, Peroxicam, which is keeping my left elbow from hurting, but keeping me from drinking on Friday nights anymore. Darn counterindications of medication. I'll just settle for the Mountain Dew Zero as we get ready to take this back to green here on lap 63. The highwayman, Jim Christopherson, took the lead during that pit cycle. I'm going to guess that was a two-tire stop. 91 of Ken Shea, 23 Slim Jim Gately and 3 of Mark DeSenza. And 4th place, still Ryan Johnson. So he's continuing that strong run. And pace car's off. Green flag out. Jim Christopherson leads them back to turn 1. No lap down cars lined up on the inside. Didn't see if anyone got the lucky dog that time around. Yeah, lucky dog went to the 68 of Chet Barkin. So we should have everybody in one line here and on the lead lap. And caution already back on the track. And it was for our previous lucky dog. As mentioned, Chet Barkin had just gotten back on the lead lap, and looks like just getting into turn 1 and 2, the car just slows in the middle of the corner. It looked like he downshifted a lot going in there. There's a lot of backfire out of that tailpipe, and he gets a little love tap from the 53 and glides a long way around. I'm wondering if he lost the gear. Lost the motor or something. We got to go on board with the 68 and see what happened here. Oh, that's a blown engine. Blown engine or lost gear or something.
STP, the racer's edge. Blam!
Not anymore. I'd say that transmission failed pretty spectacularly. And
looks like he did report he lost 4th gear, Shawn.
That's what it sounded like. Okay, that makes sense, because he just died in the middle of the corner. And, yeah, the 53 came along and didn't realize he was going to be that slow.
Well, I don't know. You guys are way calm, man. I don't know. Back when I'm driving, when I'm in 2 weeks, I got the 12 hours of Sebring. I don't know. I'm not that calm, man. You know, I mean, you could put my radio on, you know, what was that thing, NASCAR thing, radioactive?
Yeah, radioactive.
Maybe bleeping it, you know.
Well, yeah. Well, you tell you what, if you were in the Pony Express channel, yeah, it's a good thing radioactive doesn't follow us. Yeah, but if you on the nights where I'm racing, if you're in my channel, you'd probably hear a few things that you didn't expect compared to my Friday persona. But that's the thing. I usually, there'd be some bleeping. There's a reason we keep the team channels private in FSB as opposed to real NASCAR. I'll probably say a few nasty curse words and check the replay and go, okay, that wasn't that bad. Later. That's why we always, we keep it out of the forums. We keep it out of TeamSpeak. We always say, sleep on it, check the replay later, and see if you're still that mad. And if you still are, send it to an admin.
You can get it on. Yell and scream and enjoy it, because these guys are intense. They're not just here to, they're not collecting the check, but they're here because the passion and they love this, and they're here to win. Every single driver out here. It's it's business.
Well, like I was saying about those winnings in the RLM standings, I'll take that. I'll take a percentage of that, even. I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't say no.
Well, anybody that can bring up the money to have the internet do this, get here, and then also to earn a membership at FSB, they're all winners in life. No matter what they do, no matter what the job they have or whatever, they're all winners. There are, I mean, everybody that shows up and, they're winners, period.
Absolutely. How many buds are you in tonight there, Milty?
A lot. I mean, dude, I've been drinking since early.
I figured as much because you were texting.
I've been working in Santa Barbara. I sent you a couple pictures.
Oh yeah,
some Cuber tile. It looks like Cubert, you know. I mean,
Well, when you were texting me at like 7 o'clock our time, I'm like, oh wow, Milty's home already. We're ready to go.
I've been home all day. Yeah.
Awesome. Oh, we got the lights off in the FSB pace car. We got the highwayman on the point. We're going back to green.
If I stutter. Well, one thing we're going to have is we're going to have enthusiasm, because we should. Because
absolutely,
this stuff is intense, and the highwayman up in front there, great pit strategy, but he's got I don't know, he's got the dogs behind him here, and they're hunting, you know. Ken Shea's led this whole race. He doesn't like it when you pass him, even if it's in the pits. He's a top feeder, and there's nothing better than he likes is to lead. And he's going to be aggressive.
Ryan Johnson loose in the turn one there.
He's not racing for a championship. He's racing for the win, and you know, and he's going to make that move, and he's going to try to make it stick down on the inside, and he does. The Super B is smoking.
And he's going to pull Slim Jim Gately through with him, as well as the 3 of Mark DeCenzo. Ryan Johnson.
These guys know, without the 15 there,
Chris Beckman.
They don't have that guy waiting in the wings to suddenly show up. They know they're the cream of the crop. Those are the 3, 91, 23, and the 3. Without Jeff Hale there too, they are the fastest cars. They've shown it, done it, been there and done it. So, you know, it's up to these other guys to root them out of that position. Can they put the pressure on? Look, man, this stuff is hard, dude. I mean, I'm a 15 champ. You know, I've won 15 championships in this league, and you know, these guys are way better than I am. You know. If I was in this race, I'd be in the back with the dogs. You know. These guys are bad fast.
Yeah, this is not my favorite track, as I alluded to several times so far already. But
well, let's get some more in car and try to analyze that. Because you know, we're drivers. Let's take a look.
Let's pop on board, Mr. Slim Jim Gately.
Let's take a look at what they're doing to try to, and as drivers, let's try to analyze why they are better than we are. You know.
Now, you notice one thing different about this, even though this is the same configuration they ran up until recently, they don't get down low in the dogleg on the back stretch, which is now the front stretch.
Under the line. Yeah.
Yeah. And the reason we don't do that is in this sim, when we do that, it damages the car. You actually do not want to do that. It will take valence damage, and then you'll start pushing like a dump truck.
Okay, so we're in car with Slim Jim Gately. We're coming through the dog leg
through the kink there, yeah.
You're lifted right here. You want to get the car to roll, maybe a little bit of brake. You want to get it down to the center, about the 2/3 mark or 3/4, to get that exit off of in the 4, which that's the hardest. But yet, now you got turn 1 and 2 here. You got to keep it down low and then bring it right up to the line and keep that momentum. That flow is so hard, folks. Okay, down to turn 3 here. You want to keep it close. The old, like you said, the old configuration, you would abuse that line. But not here. Right up to the wall. You want to use all the track. Mental discipline to do this is so hard. Slim's going to try to do a little bit more inside, and he does gain about a quarter of a car length there, even though the car bogs down a little bit.
At turn 1, you notice they're getting in there real low up against the wall, and they drive it almost straight out. Looks like they're going to drive head on into the wall.
Great, man.
But there is more room there than it looks like.
Time to work this dude, you know, but yet the dude you're working is a class act veteran. So Now he's getting up on his quarter panel here. He's veteran or not, he knows who Slim Jim is, and that is in his mind. You don't think he's not looking in his mirror? He is. But still, he has to maintain his apex, and he launches out of turn 4 there. You're not gonna scare the 91. You're not gonna scare Ken Shea. He's a great driver, man. He hasn't won championships like a lot of these guys. We could say the same thing for Slim last year because he doesn't make all the races. But when he shows up and unloads that car, you know that dude's a badass right there. And he's showing it. Still trying the mental focus. You gotta bring your A game. Every single corner, you can't miss. Watch this. Well, look. Watch every corner. You gotta maintain perfect execution and put it right up to the wall. These guys are playing, man, I'm telling you. That lift, okay, a little hard on the brakes there, a little bit in turn 1. Oh, I should say kind of break and roll. It's not like a road course, but you're playing brake and then you're letting the car roll there. Still following there. Will this thing go? We're looking at last lap for Slim Jim Gately. 28.8. Best lap 28.7. So, I mean, these guys are pushing it. And it's open track. As this goes on, this will change if they get some green flag run. Let's see how that goes.
41 looking inside the 59. Chris Beckman around Ryan Johnson. And that should move him into the 4th spot.
Meanwhile, the 3-car kind of fell back a couple car lengths, and now he's gathering back up. This is what another veteran pro champion does. He assesses the situation, tries to back off the car a little bit, and save a little bit of right tire temperature and left rear temp. Well, all tire temp. But you're constantly looking at that. That right front is the key, though. That's really, you cook that thing over 220 degrees, you're in a world of hurt here. They have screens they can look at. They go from how much fuel they have, which the game, the sim, estimates, and also tire temperature, real time. So other sims, you don't quite get that. You get real time after you pit. So definitely, and here comes the 23 starting to stalk. Step yourself into a Slim Jim. Do not want this guy behind you. I'm telling you. In my experience, I haven't really had him behind me because he was always out in front, but there was one time where, in Kentucky where I followed him from start to finish behind him and I could not. I
tell you what, I'd rather have to keep him behind me than try to get around him, to be honest.
Yeah, we talk about how passing is, but the pressure, and they're still going to have to stop again, and that's where the Slim Jim is, he's had nothing but bad luck this year. Every race is, to be a world champ like he was last year, things went in his favor, and he was able to make races, which, he's a family man first and then racing second. So, but last year was the crowning accomplishment of him getting the chance to actually win a championship in the hardest series there is at FSB, under the lights, and he did it. So, I mean, for that, I mean, that makes me emotional because I know the guy for a long time. I mean, I know what a great family man he is, and what a great person he is.
I had the good fortune of being in competition with him for one of my 2 Winston Cups, and I might not have been able to pull it off if he'd had a little better luck and a better schedule.
Well, you judge your accomplishments by who you race against, So, in my experience, my championships, I raced against some great guys, and I've lost a lot from those guys. Kevin Lewis, Damon Godstilla, Jim Ray, and these guys, I was lucky enough to get those, trophies. It means something.
I'm going to step aside and hopefully come back in time for green flag stops to finish this off. I'll hand it over to Milty.
We'll take a look right there. Nothing on the chat. Of course, I paid no attention to the numbers here, so I have no idea. Typically, you're looking at Phoenix here, looking at probably 34 laps is what you would make, but I have no idea when they started. But, you can look at the math. This is lap 91 of 125. They got to make one more stop. So what are they going to do? Let's look at lap times. Lap times are starting to degrade a little bit. Last lap for Slim Jim Gately, 29.053. Best lap, 28.7. So that's, and we got the caution out. Something's happened here. Okay, let me take a look here. We're not going to see that on our live feed, but this does put them in the window.
Oh, it must have been Ryan Johnson because the right camera is stopped, and that's who it was centered on.
Okay.
Yeah, I heard you from the bathroom there as I kept my headset on.
Well, that's great work. Down pit road.
Oh, here it is.
Here. Man,
there it is.
I was just trying to take a leak at the porta potty. Down pit road. Ken Shea, the 23 of Slim Jim Gately, the 3, stud. All these guys execute. You got it. 41 still has to go around the 3, which hurts him. He qualified better than him. That's still great professional pitting right there. You don't know how hard that is. But this is still going to hurt him. Let's see how they come out. Come on. Oh, he comes out, but no, the 3 will beat him. Still great work by the 41. And of course, the 91 of Ken Shea is on it, folks. You better bring your lunch. If you didn't bring your lunch, you better call your wife and have her bring another one because the Super B Norwegian wood isn't it good?
Isn't that first pit stall good?
Absolutely. That's when he, that's vintage Ken Shea. When he's at the top of his game and he qualifies well, you're like, oh my gosh, that guy showed up tonight, folks. Better, oh no. Very soft-spoken guy, very humble. When he gets behind the wheel, he's a beast.
Well, this resets us. I don't expect to see any of the front runners on pit road again, no matter what, the rest of the night. Because we're going to take this restart close to
97 or 98. You could go 34. If this goes about halfway and you got to stop, let's see. Let's look at who's on the lead lap here.
Everybody.
Because if you get a caution like halfway through and you decide to stay out, these guys might pit, and that could hurt you.
Yeah, Milty, all 16 cars on the track are on the lead lap right now. And but you got to remember, this is a 1 mile track, not a 1.5 mile track. So the window is closer to 40 on the maximum run.
Okay.
Now, I don't expect to see some of these guys on pit road again, even if we get a caution.
Well, we looked like halfway through that run, their tire deg, they were still within a second. But, you know, if you're towards the back, you take that chance. Track position, you want to give that up? Like, you know, I'll talk backwards like Yoda. Give up track position? You know, I would not.
Yeah. Absolutely not. Not on a track this hard to pass on. So we got the lights off on the pace car. We got the 91 still
What's
up front.
Slim Jim gonna do here?
We got Slim Jim second. We got Mark Descenza third. We got Chris Beckman fourth, and the Highwayman
feeder
fifth.
track. They have to put the pressure. Great restart by the 23 this time. You know, I mean, you know, Caddyshack. Ty, I'm no slouch. Apologize. You're a tremendous slouch. But not in this case. For Slim Jim Gately, he ain't no slouch. And he going. And that they all going. Not going to be snookered. Yet, there's that guy in the lead. Ken Shea in the lead in that Dodge. This is vintage Ken Shea, and I'm telling you, this, you know, in a time capsule for years. Yeah. We haven't seen that too much on these broadcasts on Friday night. We've seen glimpses of it. We haven't seen the real dominant Ken Shea. Tonight, I don't care if, you know, guys that aren't here, I don't know if nobody has nothing for that Dodge tonight. The rest of these guys are trying to grab their butts with two hands. And not a track you really, well, we'll see. I mean, all he needs to do is make a mistake, and then these guys will pile on him like we're playing rugby here. They will definitely jump on top of him and smother the ball. They're just waiting. But
caution again. Caution
and
again.
We got caution. Well, like you said, you know, as the driver who ran this race, the shorter version Tuesday night, there's no way these guys are pitting.
I'd say some might, most probably won't.
Well, you know,
especially
the
up
guys
front.
in the back. I mean,
well, here we go. The 043 of Brian Lovell was working on Pops Margeson in the 99 through 1 and 2 here and got into him off the corner. And around goes Pops and collects the 53 of TG Reese as well. Oh, serious back end damage to the 53 Skull Bandit.
ding. Tough luck. You know, TG last week, I mean, that was vintage, old school TG getting it done and having a chance at the podium. It was so great to see, knowing him for 16 years and racing against him in multiple leagues. Just a great dude. old fart like me, still out there getting it done, but looks like not his night tonight. Well, what's going through the 91's mind? I'm telling you, it's the same thing that's gone through his mind on all these other wins he's had, and he's had a lot of them. He is not afraid. He is not going to wince. And these guys know it, but, it can still happen. They're going to put the pressure on as best as they can.
Meanwhile, it looks like Chris Beckman's strategy is cycled back and is back here in the booth and sitting in P4. What do you got for these guys there, Chris?
Well, I don't know. These top three guys are pretty fast.
I think you and Christopherson are finally on the same tire cycle, too, so you got to watch for him, too, in your rear view.
Yeah, 10-4. Jim's probably faster than I am, but we'll see. Maybe these guys ahead of me will get to race, and I can slip by them.
We talked a little bit about the possibility of shifting.
Or, you have to gang up. I mean, you need to see an opening of Hillier from the 91. He's going to dictate how this is going to go, and especially on this restart. We've seen the restarts. They've been, at FSP, you can't get real fancy like, in NASCAR, you get too fancy, you get penalized. So, and that's the same thing here. You can't, get stupid. You got to restart at the proper time at the marks, but these guys are definitely going to be on it, and you're going to have to be on it back there in the 4th, 5th position.
Now, Chris, we talked a little bit about possibility of shifting here. Have you been shifting yourself, or noticed anybody around you seem to be doing it tonight?
I've not been shifting yet. I've seen some guys downshifting in 1 and 2, but I haven't been doing it all night. I think I'd probably just screw myself up if I try it now.
That's probably wise.
Well, that's
if you haven't
something
been doing
you need to practice, and it depends on the setups. And Slim Jim basically makes most of these setups, and they're 4th gear oriented. So back in the day with the tighter, fixed fast setups, you had to downshift.
I think if our tires were a little bit more worn, you might see some guys shifting, but I think we'll all be going 4th here on this stretch.
And if you do that, you have to, ride the gas. And when you go to the corner, you have to keep the revs up and downshift, so you don't get that oversteer going into the corner. And then get through the center of that corner and get that good launch, and then bang it in the 4th. You can't, clutch it.
Base car in.
Just bang that car in and hope the transmission hangs, which in this sim, you never know with these transmissions.
Here we go. Green flag back in the air for Ken Shea in the Super B.
Great battles going back, but the main battle is these top 5. Rick Castle, how about Warren Johnson in B7 here? Got caught up in some stuff, but this is the best run for Warren Johnson here in the 6th car. Starting the show, very quiet, hasn't said much, hasn't said anything as far as I know, but dude can roll, and he's up here with these regulars in FSP racing. This is very impressive. He didn't get no damage, but he did get a little dents, and they beat it out. And that Husky car is running solid, dude. A huge run for Warren. 9 car, P7, well, he do what he do. I mean, Ken Hansen is just a trudger, man. And he might pull off a win every now and then. Right now, he's just trying to get a top 5 here he's definitely in the points for a good finish this year.
Someone just blinked out. Was that Mark DeSenza? It was. Oh no. Our third place car seems to have blinked out here. A little internet woe.
Internet racing, not only do you have to drive, you have to hope your connection hangs in, and the three car
is gone.
He's gone. Oh my gosh. Slim Jim Gately all over the back of the 91. You know, championship repeat, probably not going to happen. But you know what? He can pull a rabbit out of his hat and put on a show here. And man, that 23 car is hooked up, and he's all over the 91 here. Come on. We talked about, no passing. Well, these guys are waiting to show their stuff. Pro sim racers in a pro sim racing league. Think they're going to show you all they got? I don't think so.
So we got the race for the lead on the left side, and then your race for third place between Chris Beckman, Jim Christopherson, and Rick Castle, 124.
Slim Jim Gately, last
third
lap
on the right.
28.8. His best lap 28.6. He's pushing it, and so is the 91. These guys aren't farting around here. They're getting it. Well, everybody in the chat, the drivers that are out of the race, sorry about that, Brian Level. Just had bad luck. But these guys are pro racers. They know what they're watching here, and I'm sure they're watching in amazement. I mean, these are the best in the world right here, and they're going at it all over his six. You don't know how hard it is to follow. Can we get a little in-car of Slim Jim here, please?
Sure thing.
You don't know what it's like to follow here. This is your vision from the cockpit here. Slim Jim drives cockpit. There are other options. Slim Jim,
for people who get motion sick,
driving cockpit.
You can see he's got a windshield full of Dodge, but he's just trying to find something to do with them.
Well, you work the lines, you work the inside lines, you work your braking markers, you work your lifting markers. You look at a point on the right-hand side, is it that light? Or is it that motorhome? Or is it that sign? You use that as your braking point. Or your lifting point. Then you point your eyes back to the center here. Here you gotta hit the brakes, pull the car down. Slim is setting him up for the ultimate pass. He knows he can't just drive right around him, so what he wants to do is try to make his tires cooler than the 91s. But that's really hard when you're following because the leader has a huge advantage.
He's got the air on the
nose. A little
nose.
bit of wag. You see that little waggle there from the 91? He was, pooping peach seeds right there. Got a little sideways there. Dude, these guys are grabbing the wheel, man. They're just not driving around like they're on the interstate. They're grabbing that wheel with two hands, I guarantee it. Get down by that line, the camber starts to go off, but you want to be right down there to pick up that before the camber starts. If you get a little too low, you start to get loose. See the precision and skill of Ken Shea. This guy is a badass, dude, I'm telling you. and he is locked and loaded. And good luck for Slim here, but then again, we'll see. We're coming up on coming up with 9 to go, coming up on 8 to go. No runs, no drifts, no errors. They gotta go here. Good run there. By the 23 gets the run there, starting the pressure a little bit. When you're in that position, you start to get excited. I got a car linked on him. Still have to maintain. You have to get that braking zone at turn 1 where you're riding the brake a little bit. And then 3 and 4, you're rolling off and letting the car roll out to the wall. Still last lap, Slim Jim Gailey 28.8 again, 28.6 his fastest lap. So these guys are going balls out, dude. I'm telling you. This is the show here. Like to watch somebody else, but I don't know. I'm captivated. This is for the win right here. I can't take my eyes off it.
Well, looks like Chris Beckman's got 3rd place pretty well in hand for now. He's pulling away from the 40 car of Jim Christopherson. Not quite as far back from Christopherson as the 124 Rick Castle, and that rounds out your top 5. A strong run for the Royal Purple, or is that Crown Royal? The Crown Royal 124. Ken Hansen bounced back from a couple of incidents tonight.
You could have ended up in jail if you did that stuff, Not that I have,
The 9-car Ken Hansen recovering from a couple incidents tonight, running P6.
Come on, son. I mean, look at this battle. I mean, it gets these 2 pros going at it.
Dave Ellens, we haven't talked about tonight, but is solidly inside the top 10.
These guys are seriously badass, and they're nose to tail. Slim Jim Gailey trying to take a look. He's looking for any failure here. He's putting all the pressure. I mean, he's got the trophies. He's got the skill. He's got the... Look, man, I have no idea, man, how good these guys are. You do. I mean, you race against them,
Yep.
Guys out, our folks out here listening in this broadcast, they have no idea how awesome these guys are. This whole field is awesome, and they're smoking them. It's down to a 2-car race here. I can't watch anything else but this. I gotta watch this, man. Sorry, guys.
That's it. I scanned the rest of the track. Nobody else is really running hard for position.
He's all over him. All it takes is a mistake, but good luck with that. .124 or 125 coming up on the white flag.
Got a little loose under braking there.
He almost gets a bumper on him. Will he put a bumper to him?
I don't think so, because you can't.
Slim Jim's style, but if
it isn't,
he's going to push it, and if dude gets a little bit loose, he might give him a left tap here. He's
white flag in the air.
Where's he from? Arkansas.
Yes, he is.
Arkansas, you might give somebody a little left tap. If you're messing with him. White flag for the win. Slim Jim Gailey.
Ken Shea perfect through 1 and 2 that time.
Going at it. Ken Shea, a machine all night.
Ooh, a little loose there.
Jim Gailey all over his butt. Coming to the white flag. Coming
but
to
it's
the
all for naught.
checkered flag. It's Ken Shea for the win.
Chris Beckman 3rd.
Wow.
After Slim Jim in P2.
Is that friggin' badass or what? A great run and the 41 comes up, gives a left tap to the 91 and the 23. Are you kidding me? 124, great run for Rick Castle. Is that a show? Do you want to be part of that? I mean, if you wish, you want to, think you are a real race car driver like me. My dad was a real one, but get yourself a rig and get started here at FSB, and you can start as a rookie, and you can come up and you can try to battle these boys.
Well, Ken Shea dominated that one. 107 of 125 laps led to the 91.
Ass whooping right there.
Yeah, he ran the table on that one.
That is a butt kicking win right there. That is finished Ken Shea right there.
So I'll send Milty off to gather up our podium finishers, the first of which has already joined us. That would be Chris Beckman.
Great job, Chris. I'll be right back.
All right, I hit the right buttons that time. Accidentally hit the button that shut everything down and muted all the sources.
Yeah, I was just telling you, it was hard keeping up with those two guys in front of you, man. 91-23. What a dominating performance by those two.
Yeah, they were just checked out. 91, you just couldn't touch them all night long. And Ryan Johnson looked like he was in a good position tonight there, had to drop out, and you see he lost that second spot to Slim Jim Gately, who's still 50 points back. But yeah, you got a little gift there in Mark DeSenza's problem too, but still you had the guys behind you covered. Looked like Jim Christopherson couldn't do anything with you, and Rick Castle strong run there in the 5th place. But yeah, great job all night. He had the strategy down. You got out of there when you didn't like the way it looked around you. You kept the track position, and that's all you can do. And when you're up against something like these guys.
Yeah, all things considered, great night for us. We took some time off in February and just kind of been trying to get back to it. We needed a good run, and third tonight behind those guys is a great result.
Oh, excellent. And then while Milty, let's see, Milty's still gathering up our podium finishers. Oh, there we go. All right, we got Slim Jim.
Wow, I'm fired up, dude.
Yeah, getting the congratulations from Mama Gately. She saw you breathing the sauce on Ken Shea's neck there, but you couldn't quite seal the deal. Did you just need more time, or did you need more mistakes out of Ken?
I don't think either one was going to happen, but before anything, man, I just got to give props to Ken. I've been racing this guy. I mean, you guys know how long I've been racing him. We go all the way back to like the early 2000s.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. And the guy I used to race back in those days, that's the guy I raced tonight. And I knew
absolutely
I knew he wasn't going to make a mistake. And I knew whoever got the pole was probably going to win this race. And I should have just congratulated him before we ever started. But man, great job, Ken. Man, just love racing with you, dude.
Yeah, you too, Slim. I really, it's a blast. I'll tell you.
You guys were pros at the best of pros could be. All it would have took was one mistake from either one of you, and it didn't happen.
No, I did see him bobble one time.
Yeah, he got sideways. He did.
Yeah, with 2 to go.
Close enough to capitalize.
With about 2 to go, he got sideways.
Yep.
Well, I was getting nervous because I know Slim was right there.
Oh, sure you were.
So yeah,
Ken was pretty much unstoppable this week. He won the chicken run. He got Nazareth last night in the trucks, and then backed it up tonight with an absolute spanking. That was 107 of 125 laps led, Ken, from the pole. I mean, what more can you say about that? What happened on the other 19?
When you talk about Slim's championship last year, and we said the same thing about Slim. If this guy could, actually run a full season, what could he do? Well, you could say the same thing about Ken Shea. I mean, he does life and he shows up when he shows up, but when he shows up with all guns firing, it's like, holy cow, man, dude, that is, I mean,
hey, Ken deserves this. All right, hang on.
I know what he's playing.
There we go.
There you go, Ken.
Excellent. See, that's special. I don't think he's ever played that for anyone else.
That's for sure.
That was a pretty dominating performance, my friend. Good job.
Thank you, Chris. Thank you.
So
well, Chris, you know, you had, you're in P3. You're on the podium. You know, and what you've done all year and ever since you've been in this league is run clean and green. And you know, you had some problems in this race, but your strategy and you know, you definitely got what it takes. But man, it's got to be like, man, you know, wow, these guys are good.
Yeah, I think we definitely maximized our opportunity tonight. Really, like I said, running third behind Slim and Ken is as good as a win for me this evening.
Yeah, again, we talked a little bit while Milty was gathering them up, but yeah, great run there for Chris. And if you look at the points there, you see Matt Watkins, you know, he still has that commanding lead, more than a 2-race lead, so he basically just has to click drive in one of the 2 races remaining to clinch the championship. But it is an absolute dogfight for the top 5 here. You got Jim Gately 50 points back, 51 points for Ryan Johnson, Rick Castles 56 back, Mark DeSenza 57 with his problems tonight. Jason Dulfer still within striking distance of the top 5, as well as Ken Hansen.
Dulfer has had such a wonderful
the race.
season.
Yeah, the race for second should be interesting over the final 2 races of the season 39 here, our opening season for 2021. We're going to be next week on the 19th at Talladega, which, man, anything goes to Talladega.
Woo!
That's the channel intro.
Alabama.
That's the channel intro. When you go to the main FSB Live channel, that's what plays. The finish from last year when Milty and I were screaming our brains out with Jim Christopherson going 4 wide for the win on the last lap. So we're looking for a repeat of that, or else we're just going to re-rack it and try again.
Yeah, you know,
and then close it out on the 26th.
All bits aside, these guys are running for points and trophies, but there's some guys that could hunting around, you know, sniffing around a little bit. That could actually, they could still win that race, man.
Absolutely,
you've seen it for real. You've seen Michael McDowell win, and you could definitely see a type of win like that.
Yeah, that great Brad Otto win couple seasons back.
Yeah, Brad Otto. I mean,
pushed by Sam Young,
you know, and it can happen again.
And then we're going to close it out on the 26th of March at the Atlanta 1997 configuration, the old True Oval, which is, again, a big, wide-open, fast track. So it's a great couple tracks we got coming up to close out this season. It's been a great season, and we thank you all for joining us week in and week out, and hope you see you again out there in the YouTube chat watching as we close out this season. But until then, thanks as always to our podium finishers coming up here. Chris Beckman, in-car reporting, in-race reporting, as well as the podium finish. Great run for him. Slim Jim Gately, and of course, Ken Shea, your winner tonight. Thank you, Milt Minter Jr., my partner in Sound and Vision, joining me from across the country. Couldn't do it without you, buddy. There'd be a lot of dead air while I fiddle with buttons.
Well, I'm a talker. My coworker,
he sure is.
He showed up as Dak Prescott watching their.
Oh, that's who that is. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Well, welcome, Dak.
George, definitely my George Perez. But he changed his. Well, you know, he's a Cowboy fan. So.
Oh yeah, I don't follow the hand egg, so I didn't recognize the name. Thanks as always, our series admin Ryan Johnson, racing and admin and keeping the series, running clean there, getting the points updated. Tough night for him, but he still got it updated for us here at the end. Thanks as always, Sam Young, league owner and promoter, keeping the game and the league going here. 17 years strong with NASCAR 2003.
Almost 8. I think it's almost 18.
It's almost 18. Yeah. You know what? My wheel is going to turn 20. I've been using the same wheel since NASCAR 4 in 2001. April, my wheel turns 20. That's how long we've been doing these Papyrus sims. But and again, thank everybody for joining us out there on the chat, talking to us, hitting the likes and the subscribes, and keeping us in the notifications and getting the word out there that NASCAR 2003 is alive. FSB Racing's here every week. And until next week at Talladega, we're saying goodnight. For FSB Racing Live, I've been Shawn Reap. See you then.
It's going to be big, folks. And